Hey guys, what's going on? Rob the Warrior Strategist coming at you on this lovely Tuesday afternoon, bringing you a specialized experts lounge talking about how to get sponsorships. This factors in with my Design Your Paycheck membership program, and this week we're going to talk about how to get paying sponsorships for your media platform or for your content that you're putting out. I'm going to give some tips about understanding what you're selling, who becomes your ideal client, and then how to create your pricing tiers that will attract people to sponsor your company or your media platform. And so Miller Browning just popped on. Miller, you're getting a giant shout out. So as you guys know, this is actually what gave me the idea for this training this week, because I got a package from Miller yesterday. Super excited. So he gets the big shout out today. At Do Work That Matters. Now, let's talk about this real quick because this blends in with how you can monetize your podcasts, Facebook Lives, Zooms, YouTube channel, whatever. So for those of you who don't know him, this is Miller. And as you can see from the photo, he likes to ride motocross. He's super confident. Like, even just looking at that infuriating photo, he's probably like chugging a bunch of Mountain Dew and like dating college girls. Like he's got life figured out. And then on top of that, oh yeah, he owns this awesome company called Do Work That Matters that supports military and law enforcement officers. And so yesterday, I went to my mailbox and Miller's newest package had arrived, and it was awesome. Okay, so that's why I wanted to do some training today on sponsorships. But just some of the stuff I've received in the past has been amazing. Fitted t-shirts. Okay. This hat, which fits my big dumb noggin. The greatest hooded sweatshirt I have in the collection. This thing is soft, reliable, loving. It's wonderful. If you don't have this yet, you need this, trust me. I love this thing like a first divorce. It is incredible. I don't know how he got the materials, but it feels like it was woven by angels. So Miller, great job. It's one of my favorite items I have in my extensive wardrobe. And then I just got the new t-shirt. Love the color, by the way. I'm really big into dark blues and grays. So I got a nice fitted t-shirt. So as I'm working out and running more, I can squeeze into that bad boy and show off the, the goodness. All right. And then, oh yeah, the best part. Miller apparently makes candles now. These are as rewarding and as peaceful as an Enya song. This is one of the greatest things I've ever smelled in my life. It's called Down Home. Oh my God, it's so just refreshing. So Miller, thank you, because now I don't have to go to Ace Hardware and buy the stupid homemade organic soy Hillcrest candles that are like $13 a pop. They should be thrown in jail for those prices. All right. So the point is, why I'm talking about Do Work That Matters is that they are a premium sponsor, and Miller goes out of his way, right? So when he sends a package, it's going to have like custom tissue paper. It's got like a handwritten note. It's got a burlap sack, a branded tag, like all this different stuff, right? So even the package itself is fun. And then Miller throws me notes and stuff, which is cool, like handwritten notes. And so when you have a premium sponsor like that, you want to hook them up. And I'm just super grateful. It's such a great company. Besides just the cause is awesome, the creativity is amazing, right? Who knows, man? Throw some candy bars in next time, But there's so many things you can do to up-level your company to make it interesting and fun, and that's why I give Miller so much attention, and I do a lot of lives and trainings that circumvent his company because it's just awesome. So when you're looking for sponsors, the first thing to remember is to not run your media platform or your content like a hobby, but run it like a business. And what I mean by that, it's pretty simple advice, but it's very true, because a lot of people are scared of what they're working on. They're scared to be public about whatever it is that their offering is. And you got to stop being scared at some point, or else you're just going to run it for free forever. If you're serious about paying sponsors, you've got to up-level the life out of your branding. If you guys saw my old videos compared to what, I'm doing these days, just the quality of the videos is 1,000 times better. And you have to up-level your branding so that when you do reach out to a potential sponsor and you say, hey, I'd like to do a sponsorship package with you. This is what I can offer. They need to see premium quality video. They need to see graphics. They need to see features. And they need to see like case studies and past results. Don't worry about numbers. This is the first question I always get is, hey, Rob, I started a podcast and we've been in business for, we've done this for about 3 months. I have like maybe 6 listeners. Is this going to dissuade people? Should I wait until I have like 1,000 downloads a week or something? No. This is a fallacy, and let me explain why. Because people that only focus on numbers, that are numbers driven, aren't understanding bigger picture. What's more important, getting out to, a podcast that's got 1,000 downloads versus someone that's got, say, 25 downloads, but they're all connected well and will buy whatever you tell them to buy? See the difference? And so I go through this with Shift Magazine sometimes. People reach out to me and they're like, well, how many followers do you have? I'm like, 377. Well, that doesn't sound like very many. Yeah, well, guess what? If I tell them to buy your stuff, you're going to have a great sale day. And that's pretty much the way that you have to guide people. So don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry if you have, a couple listens every time you put out an episode. Rich Kaufman, he puts out his interviews, and it goes out to, like, he's got a great broadcast system. Goes out to a couple different Facebook groups. He's starting watch parties. He's getting a lot of people checking out his stuff. But ultimately, focus on the impact, okay? I'm not even getting to the main tips yet. This is just more, overall guidance and mindset. Because people get too caught up in the numbers. They think, oh, hey, I can't get paying sponsors yet because, I don't have a giant audience. And that's just not true. You can get a paying sponsor the minute you put a package out and just say, hey, this is what I can provide for you. And maybe you'll sign on, maybe you won't. That's fine. So don't get caught up in the numbers. That's the first thing. I don't have a ton of readers in Shift. I don't. I have a couple hundred views every month. It hasn't like blown up nationally or internationally yet. I love my numbers. But the point is, the people that read Shift, they buy. And they pay attention to the sponsors. And they support the companies. So, if I go on today and I'm talking about do work that matters, and I tell people to go check out their awesome website and go make fun of Miller for being a goofy, BMXer and motocross extreme rider, then they'll probably do it. So focus on the impact. Now, tip number 1 is to understand what you're selling. Most media platforms just sell shout outs, and that's it. And they don't understand there's so much more that they could be offering and monetizing. Okay? So if you have a podcast, a YouTube channel, Facebook Lives, a magazine, a radio show, whatever, and you're only selling shout outs, you could do so much more. Okay? Just mentioning somebody's business is standard. And that's what everybody's doing. That's great. It gets some little hit on the website, whatever, maybe a sale or two. But imagine if you made that offer a lot more valuable. You did a multimedia blast across Twitter, LinkedIn, Reddit, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. You endorsed them. You created custom content for them. So this week, as part of Design Your Paycheck for the membership site that I run, I'm going to make a sponsorship package. And so I'm going to do what I did for Miller today for, somebody, probably 3 people. I'm going to set up pricing tiers, and I'm going to see if I can land a couple sponsors this week or next week. They're going to get magazine coverage. They're going to get on the scroll when I go live. They're going to go out to my weekly email list. I'm going to make a custom YouTube video about them, and I'm going to write an article on LinkedIn about them. And so they're going to have all these different sources, custom content going out about their company for one reasonable price. Probably be a couple $100 a month. Won't be too bad. Ideally, I'd like Miller or Charlinda or Kurt Balish to take advantage of this offer. I like moving the needle. I like supporting companies that are big for veterans. And I like doing creative things to get sales for companies that I like. So that's going to be my little project, is understanding how to create these pricing tiers and create an offer that attracts sponsors immediately. So that's point one, is to understand what you're selling. Don't just sell shout outs. Sell endorsements. Sell web traffic. Sell across multiple mediums, okay? So tip number 2 is going to be your ideal clients. Who are they? So if you're trying to attract sponsors, if you have a themed media platform, start thinking about companies that match the theme. So if you have a podcast about camping, guess what? Reach out to survival gear, companies, tent companies, people that make, survival food, whatever, hiking gear. But these are ways that you can get sponsors for your podcast. My ideal clients are either business professionals or goods-based businesses. Those are my 2 favorites, personally, because they have the income, they appreciate what you do for them, and especially if they're either of those 2, they're probably too busy to do the marketing / branding / advertising, and so they're willing to pony up a couple $100 and just say, hey, get me some sales. I'm more than happy to oblige. So yeah, Tammy Moses is discovering stuff for her niche. That's awesome. So Tammy, yeah, cleaning products. Honestly, like you could reach out to Walmart. You could reach out to a maid service. You could reach out to a lot of people and say, hey, I'd love to have you on as a sponsor. So think about who matches your brand, right? So I'm a business strategist, but I'm a veteran. So, vets tend to watch my content. They tend to enjoy my stuff. So that's who I would reach out to. Okay. And number 3 is to have different pricing tiers. You don't want one size fits all, because not every business is the same. I tell people a good rule of thumb is entry level, where you do some basic stuff for them, medium price, and then a high roller package that has so many zeros behind it, it's terrifying. But that's the whole enchilada. That's pretty much you falling just short of being their marketing department. And this means that, yes, you will have to create a lot of content for them. Yes, you will have to tag people that will most likely buy their product. Yes, you will have to write articles for LinkedIn about them and create videos and use their product on camera. But have different pricing tiers. And then your first offering for sponsors should be lower priced than usual so that you can earn case studies. Because when I give a shout out to somebody and I get a bunch of traffic to their website or a bunch of people buy from them, then that becomes a case study, and then I can raise my rates. Pricing is tricky sometimes. People don't understand what to price, like what variables go into it, and there's a couple of them. Number of downloads, number of listens, number of views is important, but it's not the main thing. Believe it or not. And I know some people might disagree with me on this. The main thing is the effect. The main thing is what happens when you do have your sponsor. Are people going to their website? Are people buying from them? Are people, giving them more attention and likes on the Facebook business page? So understand that when you're picking your pricing tiers and you're choosing your numbers, you have to look at who's listening and paying attention. How many social media outlets is it going to? When I have a sponsor or I have somebody that I'm promoting, I go crazy. And they're going to be in the magazine. They're going to be in the emails. I'm going to write Facebook posts about them. I'm going to do Facebook Lives about them. I'm going to write a LinkedIn article about them. You know, whatever I can do. Sometimes I'll even go into Vet Tribe if it's a teachable lesson. I'll use their business as a case study, just so I can teach people other stuff. But that gets the business in front of other people's eyes. So, pricing tiers, very important. All right, so I'm going to do a summary real quick. And if you haven't checked it out yet, now is a perfect time to go check out Do Work That Matters. Oh, look at that. There's the link. And you can see a 16-year-old that is running his company correctly. And that is a lot of fun. I have a particular affinity for this company because, like I said, Miller's a BMXer and I'm a skateboarder, so we kind of are in that extreme sports family. So check out the website real quick. You know, buy some clothing, support some LEOs and some military. It's a great cause, helps a lot of people. Super proud of this company. All right, so my summary before I leave you guys and jump back into some Design Your Paycheck stuff. Number one is understand what you're selling. Okay? Having mentions isn't good enough these days. You have to do full social media blasts and price accordingly. Number two is to figure out who your ideal clients are. Who matches up best to what message, what theme, what industry you're in. And number three, have pricing tiers. Okay? Because the first year company is probably going to have a small budget. Company has been around 5 years. They'll have some bucks to put behind it. And then somebody that's like a lawyer or a giant real estate conglomerate or an insurance company, they're going to have some serious money and they're going to need to spend it. So understand how pricing tiers work and how to properly create them. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the training. Miller, no problem. Thank you so much for the box, dude. Really made my day yesterday. I've had a pretty miserable 4 days just with heat stuff. And I feel good, man. And I was super excited. The candle's going to be just amazing. So if you guys need anything, feel free to reach out to me. As always, Experts Lounge is brought to you by Shift Advanced Life Design Magazine, your one-stop source for business tips and experts and fun and games and whatever else. All right, guys. I'll catch you next time. This is Rob the Warrior Strategist signing off. Have a great day.